You know, I had a little little thought. And the certain letter of the alphabet told us, like when stuff's get like gonna when it really starts to go down, the first arrest would send shock waves through the world or something like that. And by the way, I was scanning for the word arrest, and here's an interesting post. It mentions the Southern District of New York. You know, the criminal leftist, the Letitia, whatever. You know, she works there. This is one from June of 2020. Southern District of New York. Importance of this Southern District of New York control. Jurisdiction. Anthony Weiner evidence collection. Clinton Foundation. Epstein evidence collection. And then it says Ukraine. Focus on above for now. This was June of 2020. There was nothing with Ukraine. Ukraine was not on the radar. You know what I mean? So I wonder what else Ukraine was being used for. And has obviously been taken out, again, by Putin. And we already know who the good guy is and who the bad guys are. You didn't think we highlighted Epstein for no reason, did you? Those who were once protected are no longer. Timing is everything. Hunters become prey. Okay. But I want to focus on the arrest. Shock. Waves. I want to see. I thought it was a shock wave, something wave. The bottom half was instructed, 99% good. The first will send a shock wave. If this Twitter feed is still available. Is it? This tweet is from a suspended account, of course. So I can't see what it exactly said. The first will send a shockwave, and I thought he was talking about. Let me do this. If I go back to the way back machine, which is archive.org, and I do a little search for that Twitter link, we can see 2022, 2020. It has a huge amount of information right there. Let's go with that one, just so I can see what it said. And begin. Listen, half the people involved in the Russian investigation are going to jail. That's what this person had wrote. And it was a quote from somebody. It looked like it was a quote from Lindsey Graham. Maybe, because it looks like he's being interviewed at Fox. But anyways, half the people involved in the Russian investigation are going to jail. So back to the comment, the first, meaning the first arrest, person going to jail, will send a shockwave. And then if you search for first arrest on that certain message board, it just says the first indictment or unseal will trigger mass population awakening. First arrest will verify action and confirm future direction. They will fight, but you are ready. Marker number 9. So reason I just did this right now, I was outside and I had to go put the helicopter on a trailer that I had, take the rotor blades off to bring up to a place that's going to do the I don't need another annual till January, but because of one of the things they have to do, take the main rotor shaft out and put a new bearing on it, take the old one off, put a new one on. Like, you might as well just do another annual, even though it's only been 6 months. But anyways, I'm getting that done. A couple other little things done at the same time. I had a little small oil leak. I'm like, I want to fly it up there with an oil leak. Even though it's not bad, but it still gets on stuff, So it's like, I don't want to fly it when it's in that condition. So anyways, I was out there getting everything ready. Took the blades off, trailered it to my house, put some bubble wrap on certain things like the rotor head, and kind of keeps it from getting wet if I get rained on when I'm taking it to where I'm taking it. And I was just tidying up some stuff. All right. I was just cleaning up, putting tools away, the extra stuff I had at my house, and this thought just comes in, and I start off by telling you what I've already told you recently. This lady Tori Says, who is an insider for sure, had hinted at least twice that the famous words, my fellow Americans. I'll search for that. And there was this was 2017, okay? Look to Twitter, exactly this. Now, I didn't say who's supposed to say this, but again, it's supposed to be POTUS, president. Exactly this. Quote, my fellow Americans, the storm is upon us, ... Like, and then whatever else they're going to say. And the POTUS will be well insulated and protected. So, and then that was November 2nd, and then that was the 1st, and then another one was the 1st. And it meant, I guess the official speech was the course of the next several days, you will undoubtedly realize that we're taking back our great country, blah, blah, blah. And again, the primary fallout, which is slated to occur 11.3, upon the arrest announcement of Mr. Podesta, actionable 11.4, whatever. I think is that a date? Is it the military? I think it's a tribunal code. There's a special military war something code that is 11.3 and 11.4. Like, they're not saying, never would say. But point is, she said, wouldn't it be funny if POTUS, current POTUS, Biden, gives the speech, my fellow Americans, the storm is upon us. The left, their heads would explode. She said this more than twice, at least twice. So anyways, I wasn't thinking about any of this. I'm out there kind of getting stuff out of my truck, put it away, little tools and things. And I just have this thought. Wasn't there something about the first arrest will send shockwaves or something? Or like, oh yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, okay. And about the first arrest. Okay. What if, and keep in mind, this guy that calls himself Juan O'Savin says there's going to be a gut punch coming to all of us Americans. We are going to experience something, whatever, that is going to be an absolute gut punch, going to take your breath away. You're going to think that the republic has failed, the government, our country has failed. Oh my gosh, it's never been darker days, like, oh my God, this such and such just happened. But he wouldn't say what. So we're all speculating, they're going to try to assassinate Trump or successfully do it. Well, he can't successfully do it because he would know in advance, but, everyone's trying to speculate. What if the first arrest is Donald J. Trump? And that is the cover to get him out of here somewhere safe, so that when the real takedown of the government happens by the military, all the people on the left will already be cheering in the streets, Donald Trump's been arrested, he's been arrested. So whatever's happening now has absolutely, under no circumstances, not a chance in hell, not a chance in the universe, that Trump was involved with this, arresting of the Congress by the military or whatever tends to happen. He's in jail, I can't do that. And then, of course, he's freed by the military later, you know what I mean? Like, you could just see this playing out like an action movie. So this thought came in just a little while ago. What if the first arrest, like the one that sends shockwaves and such, is Donald Trump? Again, and then things get a little worse, and at some point the military steps in. We've been warned about it. We've been told about it. We know exactly how this is going to go. So we sit back with our popcorn and enjoy the effing show. But since I had that thought, and that's the first time I think I've ever mentioned that, because I don't think I've had that thought before. Oh my God, what if Trump's the one? What if he's the first one arrested? And again, they said, look to Twitter, exactly this. My fellow Americans, the storm is upon us. Well, by who? By who? Didn't say who. And this would be number 55. I can't drive 55. So let's go back a post. Quote. I was just quoting a Bible quote. It's not that. Before that. List out all who have foundations. Why is this relevant? How can donations be used personally? Analyze the filings. Who is charged with overseeing this? IRS? Corrupt? Politically motivated? The level of corruption in our country and most others is so severe. There is only one way. Alice in Wonderland. And again, we believe this has something to do with the military coming in. So I'm not seeing anything in a few previous ones, so let's go back. Number 55, again, look to Twitter, exactly this. My fellow Americans, the storm is upon us. Who's supposed to say this? It doesn't say who's supposed to say it. But between some of the other posts, it sounds like POTUS is supposed to say it. Because I think they went in detail later on a little bit on that. So if I search for my fellow Americans, the only time that shows up is on 3 posts. And there's those ones I told you about. So, anyway, I mean, we'll see. But if old Trump gets arrested, just keep in mind, do not get involved. Let it play out. You don't want to get involved. And I don't know where the hell that thought came from. Wasn't thinking about politics, wasn't thinking about Trump. I was thinking about nothing but cleaning myself up. I was sweaty. My freaking shirt was drenched. I'm like, I'm taking my stuff out of my pockets and I'm going to just jump into my pool. Fully clothed, you know what I mean? Like shorts, underwear, shirt. I don't care. I'm sweating like a pig right now. Let me just jump in. So I'm like taking stuff out of my pocket and then, oh, what if Trump's the first arrest? And again, with the January 6th commission and all the eyewitnesses, they won't allow any cross-examination. No. Just, this is what we saw. But we've already been through this. We saw what they did with the Russian collusion. We saw with Brett Kavanaugh and Blasey Ford. What was her name? Christine, I think. Blasey Ford. They set up a GoFundMe thing. I don't really know what that is for me. To wipe it with a cloth. They're all eyes. Oh, the 25 intelligence agent expert, former intelligence, all agree that the thing with Trump was true. The Russia, all wrong. Wrong. That's right, because you'd be in jail. They're all wrong. My dad came over today, a little while ago. He's been watching it. Oh. If Trump runs, if he's running in 24, I'm not voting for him. What? Man, they're really, he really did some stuff. I've been watching that January 6th. Dad. The same dad who got all 3 shots that I warned him well in advance. Dad. You're the same guy. When I worked at my former job in the IT room, he used to do vending there. Came in to my office when Obama won, and you were so excited, and you quote unquote, the Democrats are gonna clean freaking house. Yeah, baby. And then we saw what happened. And my dad voted for Trump this time. Well, as in the last time and this time. I guess I should say this 2020 and the one before that. But he's not going to do it. No, I said, Dad, why not? Oh, you should hear the evidence there. These people. Evidence? They're showing evidence or just telling you, oh no, these are people, they're Republicans. There's some Republicans, they're telling you, Dad, don't you remember the 25 intelligence officers, high level, former, retired, current, all agreed the Russian thing, it was real. And we found out it was a hoax. There were Republicans in there. Dad, did you not learn your lesson? That everything they show you is an effing lie. Just like, again, Brett Kavanaugh, Blasey Ford, he was in the room. Somebody was touching me. He was at the same party. I think he was there. You know, Elon Musk. I'm voting Republican for the first time ever. Oh my God! The effing next day, someone comes out. Oh, he sexual assaulted me 20 years ago, 10 years ago. We settled something. Immediately, upon him saying "F the Democratic Party," with all his millions of followers who heard him say that, they come out with the old inappropriate rape, touch, assault. That is their go-to tool. So, anyways, my dad is watching the propaganda. He's believing the propaganda. I'm not actually surprised, considering he got all 3 shots. I'm not surprised. So, having said that, again, it's a shame. Just like Elon Musk, he seems to be awake. Yet, his kid now is going to do gender reassignment, something. One of his kids, they got his kid. The propaganda got his kid. And they got a lot of kids with that same propaganda. So, you can't blame you can't blame your parent. Oh, I send to school, and you have no idea what they're being taught. And then we find out in recent times exactly what they're being taught. And remember, down in Miami, I think it was Miami, down South Florida, we're going to take the kids to drag queen strip show, gay club, Showtime something. Remember that one? That was last year, I think. I don't think it was this year. I think it was last year. And we're finding out the books they're letting them have access to in the libraries, like it's literally gay pornography, like. And then you have the teachers on TikTok telling you about how proud they are that they came out of the closet to tell their 5-year-old students, I'm gay and blah, 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 and, gender this, gender that. And studies have been done in recent times. And I don't have them in front. I don't have it because it's been a while. But it was some outrageous number of how many, and this was younger kids that are in school, how many of them are not sure of their gender, might be, I think I might be something else, or, And it was, again, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it was like high enough that it was like 3 out of 4 or something like that, or 3 out of 5, something ridiculous. And I think back when I was in school, they just taught effing math and science, the regular curriculum. And that all changed. And it's like, where did all these leftist teachers come from? Gosh, there appears to be a lot of them. There are no good right-leaning teachers anymore? Well, no. Because with social media and all the tracking that Google and Facebook and YouTube and Twitter does, and you got to have your phone number attached, we need to send you a code to make sure it's you. Oh, yeah, go ahead and log in. Well, they know your phone number. They got your whole life. They know all your friends, just like on Google, right? You have your Google phone or Apple, doesn't matter. You got my contacts. Well, that's stored in the cloud. So all your contacts, they know who all your friends are, family, so that they can build a profile on you. J Step 4, he is to the right. We will never let his videos be searched for and found on YouTube anymore. He will be buried on Twitter when he tries to comment. No one will even see it. It'll just be buried way down low. So they know exactly who the lefties are and who the right-wingers are. So if they want a super-duper lefty, they put in their application, and just some conservative Christian comes in and puts in their application to be a teacher. Yeah, we've got the position filled. Thanks for stopping by. And they went with the one on the left. And the principal's on the left. The school boards are all on the left. And, of course, we got to see what happened with the school boards in regards to what I've just been talking about. And in a couple, at least 2 or 3 in Texas, said, F you, parents, we've had enough. We're now running. And kicked a bunch of these mask mandating leftist policy people out of the effing school board, and they've been replaced. And now we have a little movement going on across the country to replace these lunatics. So having said that, I bid thee farewell. And just think, imagine if the first one, the gut punch, Juan O'Savin is talking about, is Donald Trump getting arrested to show how super duper corrupt everything is, right? At the same time, he's going to be put somewhere safe. Some things will happen. Things will get worse. Military comes in at some point, handles business. So but it could be as crazy as soon, hey, soon they get him, Trump, and then we have to deal with the next few months until November. 11.3, 11.4, maybe it's a date. And then military steps in. It's just a thought. Now, I will say this, though, in fairness, I have not told you about this dream, I don't think. It was a recent one. And you know my dreams are many times prophetic. I have prophesied. I have exorcised the demons. This house is clear. That was from the movie Poltergeist. Remember the little short, you don't call them the M word anymore. Little people, little person, short, chubby lady. I have exorcised the demons. This house is clear. My dream, though, I was at a private Trump rally. It was a very small room, considering having a bunch of people still there, but small. And I mean, there was plenty of people there, but it was a very small private gathering. So go figure. I was there. Hey, I'm at a Trump rally. He's at the podium, and I just get this instant knowledge comes in. My fellow Americans, ... the speech that I was just talking about. The storm is upon us. Although I didn't hear that part, I just got the very first part. It just came in as knowledge, as part of the dream. My fellow Americans. And I go, oh my God. It must be getting close. I got the dream. So again, it was him saying it, not actually Biden. Even though Tory says, was kind of hinting about that. But it also could just be the dream telling me that saying, that speech is about to happen soon. Whoever the hell says it. Whether it's on Twitter or not, or Trump says it on Truth Social, or whatever it is. I did get that in a dream fairly recently. And that was it. As soon as I got it, the dream's over. The dream is over. So, again, that would kind of say, doesn't sound like he's arrested first, Joe. I know. But it could just mean that saying is getting ready to happen. So, again, I tell you good day for the final time. And I'll see you in the next day or two. Take it easy.